Good evening, trustees, staff, and members of the public who are joining us this evening for the May 4th, 2026 Public Board meeting. The meeting is called to order. We have Trustee Melanie Wright with us, Trustee Nadeem Mahmood, Trustee Estelle Cohen, Trustee Dr. Elizabeth Sinclair, Trustee Carolyn Butterworth, Trustee Ron Lin, Trustee Pamela McCarthy, Trustee Jason, Trustee Hayden, Indigenous Trustee Dylan, Trustee Jenny Chan, Trustee Cindy Liang, and Trustee Robert Kolosowski. Trustee Michael Chen and Trustee At-Law sent regrets. This meeting is called to order, and I'd like to invite Trustee Robert Kolosowski to provide us with the land acknowledgement. Thanks, Trustee Kolosowski.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We affirm that we are all treaty people and acknowledge that the York Region District School Board is located on the lands of two treaties. These treaties have been signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and the First Nations of the Williams Treaty, who are the Mississaugas of Alderville, Curve Lake, Hiawatha, Scugog Island, and the Chippewas of Beausoleil, Rama, and Georgina Island, who is our closest neighbor and partner in education. To honor this agreement, we will take up our responsibility to be respectful of their traditions, knowledge, and inherent rights as sovereign nations. We will respect their relationship with these lands and recognize that our connection to this land is through the continued relationship with these First Nations, and we acknowledge our shared responsibility to respect and care for the land and waters for future generations. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Kolosowski. I also want to recognize tonight we have a big gallery. We have a lot of celebration tonight, and I want to welcome our Confederation partner with us here as well. Moving along, we will have a video of the student from the Poplar Bank Public School for the Canadian National Anthem will be shared. Please stand if you are able to. Thank you. You may be seated. Approval of the agenda items for tonight's public meeting. Without objection, the agenda as written on page 1, 2, and 3 shall be adopted in our public agenda package. Is there any objection, trustee colleagues? Seeing none, the agenda is adopted. At this time, the chair would like to ask any trustees who has a direct personal interest or direct or indirect pecuniary interest in any matter being discussed by the board during this meeting to state the conflict and nature thereof. Hearing none, thank you very much. Chair would like to recognize Vice Chair McCarthy to rise and report from the private meeting. Vice Chair McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to rise and report the following recommendations and move their adoption without objection. Number one, that the York Region District School Board receive the confidential minutes of the April 22nd, 2026 Director of Education Performance Review Committee meeting for information. And number two, that the York Region District School Board receive the minutes of the April 28th, 2026 Governance and Board Organization Committee meeting for information. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Resident report without objection, the recommendation will be adopted. Is there any objection, colleagues, from the private session? The recommendation are adopted. Thank you very much. So coming back, last month we don't have class after March break, so we are very glad that we have multiple groups and individuals with us this evening here. Applause is the next agenda item. Applause recognize the significant achievement and contributions of students and staff at a public board meeting. Recognition of achievement is based on the criteria set out in the board awards policy. At this time, I would like to introduce tonight's first recipients in group, with the group from Highview Public School and H.G. Bernard Public School. Please come to the center of the horseshoe. Sorry, I'm going to embarrass a little bit, but it's all good. It is good thing. Thank you. Thank you. To share some work have been done collective by you, both school groups of educators. On April 16, H.G. Bernard Public School and Highview Public School hosted Play Beyond Boundaries, an event that brought together students with disabilities for a day of inclusive, hands-on play. At the same time, the students' parents had a chance to gather in the library, connect with one another, and learn about community supports in a more informal setting. The event focused on building stronger connection between schools, families, and local community organizations. With support from the City of Richmond Hill, Town of Aurora, ABEL Network, and YSSN, it created a shared space for learning, collaboration, and conversation. Families were able to explore programs that matched their child's interests and needs, while also getting practical tips on things like funding support, the application process, and guidance on next steps. Hearing directly from organizations and from families with similar lived experience helped make those pathways feel clearer and more realistic for our students. Overall, it was an remarkable example of what can happen when schools and community partners come together. It left families feeling more connected, better informed, and more confident about the support available to them. Congratulations to the staff at H.G. Bernard Public School and Highview Public School for your leadership in bringing this initiative to life. Tonight, we have in the horseshoe standing in front of us, we have Principal Sayeda Dato from H.G. Bernard Public School and Anita Fenton Gallo from Highview Public School, Vice Principal Shesha Nachi, H.G. Bernard Public School, and Kathy Pennington, Highview Public School, and teachers April Townsend from Highview Public School and Heather Friend from H.G. Bernard Public School. And I would like to call upon the superintendent of the school and the local trustee for Highview Public School and H.G. Bernard Public School. Please also join the horseshoe with the director, because we want to recognize the work done by you exemplary leaders. Your work reflects both your commitment to creating inclusive, supportive learning environment and strengthening community partnerships. Thank you.
One spokesperson. singing.
I won't start singing. So this is really an honor for us to receive this. We worked really hard on this, and it started off as just a really simple little idea as we sat one Friday night, April and I, and we just had this, can you imagine? And one thing you need to know from April is that if you start imagining things and she goes off and she's like, no, I can imagine it. And I was like, I know, that was Friday me. It's okay now. We got other things to go. And then in our conversations, we were like, if we do this, we really want to bring Bernard to the table, because we always have this kind of running joke, you know, I have more community classes than you, and you have more community classes than me. And so we said, well, if we have to do this, let's start with the two schools that have the most community classes and that are most complicated, and let's see if we can problem solve it, because if we can problem solve it for our schools, we can problem solve it for other schools as well. And then we started meeting weekly almost with Bernard, and we started having this big vision. And then the parents were a really big part of it, and that was the part that I found most touching. When we had the parents come in together, it was a very moving moment. And then we realized, wow, like something here is resonating, and it was extremely powerful. And the kids had a fantastic time too, and they were all smiling, and big memories were made. Sita? No. Anybody? Thank you.
Thank you. Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your leadership from Highview Public School and H.E. Bernard Public School. We truly appreciate our educators, our administrator, and the collective effort. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a seat. Thank you. Your work on this event truly bring a lasting impact to the families that you're serving. So truly appreciate on behalf of the entire Board of Trustees. So thank you very much. Make this contagious and share with all your neighborhood schools and talk to each other. Thank you so much. And I'm going to move on because we have a lot of great recognition this evening. Next, we would like to recognize Vivian Zhang. Vivian, please come forward to the center of the horseshoe. Maybe not to make you shy, with also I am aware that your vice principal from Bill Hogarth Secondary School is here with us, Nancy Vice Principal Sony. If you would like to come to the center of the horseshoe. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to explain why you're here. Vivian Zhang is a grade 11 student at Bill Hogarth Secondary School who you have distinguished herself through your achievement in French public speaking. You have earned top honors at multiple levels, including most recently a provincial and regional gold medal in the French public speaking competition, as well as early success as a grade 9 French speech competition champion. Your work in French speaking, particularly in the national competition setting that includes both prepared and improvised components, reflect your high level of skills, confidence, and dedication. Vivian, you have also demonstrated not only academically, you also demonstrate strong commitment to giving back through volunteering. You have spent 2 years teaching French to younger students and supporting children with disabilities as a teacher assistant, including helping deliver inclusive summer programming. In addition, you have contributed to youth initiative and fundraising efforts that support children with special needs. Your accomplishments were further recognized through an invitation to attend a session at the Legislative Assembly of Ontario. Your experience highlights not only your academic success, but also your engagement as an informed and active student who is active in the broader community. Alongside this achievement, Vivian, you have pursued excellence in the arts, earning your Royal Conservatory of Music Level 8 piano certification. Your accomplishments reflect a commitment to fostering student achievement, well-being, and community engagement for inclusive education. That is right off our multi-year strategic plan. I'm so impressed with that. Truly, truly. Congratulations to you, and I would also like to call upon your mother who come to support you together with VP Sony, and yes, and we also like to have a few picture. Maybe Trustee Jen Chan, that you would like to have a picture to come to. Oh, that father's here too. Okay, wow, very modest. Why were you sitting at the back? Okay, thank you for recognizing that. Congratulations, Vivian. Who can translate to English?
Good evening, everyone, and bonsoir à tous. Thank you so much for this recognition from Trustee Jenny Chen and from the board. I am really honored to be recognized for this, for the accomplishments, and I think this recognition means a lot to me. I was also to thank everyone around that have supported me up to today, whether it's my family, my friends, schools, and all the community. It has helped me a lot, and all the experiences that I have built with the help of everyone around me has built and has shaped today's me. And then I'm really honored, and with all these experiences, I will keep going my hard work and to set goals every day and to challenge myself every day. And thank you so much for this honor.
Thank you so much, Vivian. Thank you. Thank you very much. And congratulations to you, and thank you. You have such a supportive families, and the administration is here to support you as well. I think your school, your families are incredibly proud of your work and your contribution to your behavioral community, and make it broader as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Not done. We have another applause agenda tonight. Would Krista Alexander from Sutton District High School please come on up? Krista, congratulations, and you play a vital role in building a welcoming, inclusive environment and connected school community. You lead with a wide range of team building and school culture initiatives, including events like the Sutton District High School Sabre Day, anti-bullying campaigns, and even community building activities such as school baseball games. Your efforts help create a strong sense of belonging for students. One of your most impactful area of work is your transition support for incoming grade 8 students. You connect with students early, visiting their schools and welcoming them to Sutton through engaging hands-on workshop in various areas such as drama, skilled trades, and music. Students consistently share that you make them feel extremely comfortable and excited about high school journey. With many schools chosen Sutton District High School as their preferred school, specifically because of your influence, Krista. In addition, you are showing an exceptional advocate and fundraiser. You actively secure resources to support students, including an $1,100 increase to monthly nutrition funding and obtaining grants, such as 2 separate $3,000 Desjardins grants, insurance company. Your efforts have significantly enhanced learning and wellness and removed barriers for students. Not done. Krista, you are deeply committed to student well-being. You ensure student success and essential support by organizing healthy food and breakfast programs, including Warm Welcome Wednesday. And you manage Skippy's Closet, which provides clothing to students in need. You know your students well and respond directly to their individual needs. Through your dedication, compassion, and leadership, Krista, you not only enriches pathway opportunities for students, but also strengthens the entire school community. Congratulations, Krista, on having such a positive impact on the student at Sutton District High School. Congratulations. Thank you very, very much. Superintendent Michael Greaves and staff, colleagues, please join in and with Indigenous trustee Dylan and Sutton trustee Carolyn Butterworth for a great picture. Long list of achievement. Congratulations. Please share some words.
Thank you very much for the recognition of the work that I do at Sutton District High School. It is a really interesting place to work, and I absolutely love the role that I have. I know that there's a number of people in this room that contributed to this role's existence, and I just wanted to express my extreme gratitude for that, because it gives me an opportunity every day to serve the students that come into that building and to make sure that they feel safe and welcome in that school and that they don't want to go anywhere else. So I'm so grateful for the opportunity to continue to work in this role and to get to do the things that I do on a daily basis that really kind of make my heart beat for Sutton District High School. Thank you.
I want to add to that because she's very modest. I've seen her in her role many times when I visited the school for different events, and the one thing that stood out for me was on the transition day when all the grade 8s from the local schools came. And these are grade 8s walking in and calling her by name, recognizing her and coming up and hugging her, and and they're nervous or whatever, and she goes, "How are you today? Okay, you don't have to go there, you can come with me here." She already knew them. So that they have a face walking into the school when they come in September is huge. That's a huge thing, that they already know they have a safe person. And that just warmed my heart, because I remember when I went to high school, you just walked in the first day and go to it, find your room. And she makes sure they know where they're going and that they feel accepted and they know that they can come to her. So that's huge for our youth today. So of all the other things that she does, that to me hit hard. So thank you so much.
So thank you very much. I just want to conclude by congratulating Krista again, Vivian, and educators and administration from Highview and H.E. Bernard Public School for your wonderful leadership and contribution to our school and student body community. Truly inspiring, and keep us as a trustee to continue our work collectively with the senior team and every local school administration. So thank you very much. Congratulations for celebrating, allowing us to celebrate your success, and congratulations on your achievement. While you're welcome to stay and understand that like you have other agenda items as well, so please feel free, or you may want to leave the boardroom, is feel free to do so. I would like to pause the meeting briefly to allow anyone who would like to stay or want to just excuse yourself. We have some more agenda item to continue. Seems like we all like to. Oh, I just want to say stay. Thank you. Have a very, very great evening. Have a good evening, and thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Well done, Carolyn.
Well done.
Well done.
Yeah.
All right. We will continue our meetings. It's always grateful to see celebrating success and achievement from our staff and students. Moving along is a special announcement. This month is a very, very celebrative month because we have a lot of great things to celebrate. We recognize and celebrate many identities that represent YRDSB student and staff. With students, staff, and community members from a wide range of backgrounds in our schools and workplace, we take pride in celebrating the board's diversity by recognizing Heritage Month and days at our regular board meetings. First of all, I would like to recognize the Armenian Heritage Month. May is an important month for the Armenian community, marked by the celebration of Armenian Independence Day on May 18th. The date represents sovereignty and is a symbol of resilience, identity, and self-determination for the Armenian people. Communities around the world commemorate it through cultural events and gatherings throughout the month of May. Armenian Heritage Month is a time to reflect on history, including the legacy of the Armenian genocide, and to honor the strength and perseverance of survivors and their descendants. Armenians have been part of Canada's history since the late 19th century, with early settlers arriving in the 1880s and establishing roots in Ontario. Today, in York Region, there are an estimate of 6,000 people of Armenian heritage. Over the time, this community have grown and continues to make meaningful contribution across many sectors. I have had the opportunity to come across many of the Armenian leaders through a various annual event that they hold. It's very, very amazing. And we also have had the statue for Sarah Koenig, a very, very strong advocate for the Armenian descent. And on behalf of the York Region District School Board, I am proud to recognize May as Armenian Heritage Month. Now, over to Trustee Jenny Chen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair Lin. It's my great honor to introduce Asian Heritage Month. Asian Heritage Month is an opportunity for students, staff, and trustees to learn about the diverse history of Asian communities and to celebrate their many contributions to the development of Canada. The province of Ontario officially designated May as Asian Heritage Month in 2005. Here in York Region, we value members of the Asian community who enrich our schools and workplaces. As part of our ongoing commitment to creating inclusive learning and working environments, YRDSB staff are continuing to develop meaningful and engaging opportunities that reflect and celebrate the rich diversity of Canadians of Asian heritage. The board has expanded learning opportunities for staff who wish to deepen their understanding of Asian identities and histories. In honor of Asian Heritage Month, there are several celebrations taking place this month to celebrate Asian culture and heritage. Celebrations will feature food, performance, and interactive activities. More information is available on the board's internet site about these events. And I'm so delighted to see Vivian, one of our volunteers of Makang Asian Heritage Carnival, is selected as applause today. In addition, staff have also created resources that highlight the lived experience of Asian students and emphasize the importance of identity-affirming spaces and inclusive learning. These are just some examples of the work taking place across the board to recognize and celebrate Asian heritage. On behalf of the York Region District School Board, I am pleased to recognize May as Asian Heritage Month. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Trustee Chin, for recognizing Asian Heritage Month. And we will move along to student Trustee Hayden.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Since 2001, May has been designated South Asian Heritage Month in Ontario. South Asians make up the largest visible minority population group in Canada, and there is significant religious, language, and cultural diversity among this community. South Asian refers to individuals who trace their origins back to the Indian subcontinent, such as Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Afghanistan, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. At the York Region District School Board, approximately 16% of students identify as South Asian, as per the Every Student Counts survey. As a result, culturally relevant and responsive teaching about South Asian identities includes recognizing the diversity of South Asian heritages and histories, celebrating the many achievements of Canadians of South Asian descent, and intentionally integrating learning throughout the school year. Later this month, there will be a South Asian celebration at Maple High School that will focus on unity in diversity. The event will feature a cricket activity, community booths, and a tasting of South Asian foods. On behalf of the York Region District School Board, I am happy to recognize and support South Asian Heritage Month.
Thank you, Hayden, for that recognition for the South Asian Heritage Month. Moving along to Trustee Butterworth.
Thank you, Chair. As we honor the diversity in our schools and workplaces, I'm happy to recognize May as Dutch Heritage Month. May is a historically significant month for those with Dutch heritage. On May 5th, 1945, Canadian forces played an important role in the liberation of the Netherlands from World War II. And during the war, Canada was home to members of the Dutch royal family until they could safely return home. Upon the return, the family thanked the Canadian people with several gifts, including 100,000 tulip bulbs. And since then, Holland has continued to send tulip bulbs to Ottawa every year. This annual gift is now known as the Tulip Legacy. Ontario is home to about 500,000 Dutch Canadians. The Dutch Canadian community has made significant contributions to the cultural, social, and political fabric. In honor of this month, we remember and reflect on the history between Canada and the Netherlands. And on behalf of the York Region District School Board, I'm happy to recognize the month of May as Dutch Heritage Month. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Trustee Butterworth, for recognizing Dutch Heritage Month. And next, we have Trustee Cohen.
Thank you very much, Chair. It's my pleasure to recognize Jewish Heritage Month. During Jewish Heritage Month, YRDSB recognizes and celebrates the contributions of Jewish Canadians to our country's history, culture, and identity. There are close to 400,000 Jewish residents in Canada, almost half of whom reside in Ontario, making Canada home to the fourth largest Jewish population in the world. At the York Region District School Board, approximately 7% of students identify as Jewish and 2% identify Hebrew as the language used most often at home. Staff, students, and trustees are encouraged to engage in learning opportunities that celebrate and affirm Jewish history and the achievements of the Jewish community. Later this month, a celebration organized by YRDSB staff, Jewish Heritage, Culture, Creativity, and Contributions, will take place at an elementary school in Thornhill. The organizers invite student performances in music, dance, poetry, or cultural performances. Educators can find out more about this and other Jewish Heritage Month celebrations on the board's intranet site. Jewish Heritage learning resources are also available through the Inclusive School and Community Services page on the board's intranet site. On behalf of the York Region District School Board of Trustees, I'm very happy to celebrate May as Jewish Heritage Month. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Cohen, for recognizing Jewish Heritage Month as yourself as well. We will move along to Trustee Vice Chair McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. May is an important month for the people of Poland. Polish Flag Day and Polish Diaspora Day are on May 2nd. On this day, people of Polish descent in Canada and around the world are encouraged to fly the Polish flag. May 3rd marks the 234th anniversary of the adoption of Poland's Constitution 1791, which is a symbol of Poland's aspirations for freedom, democracy, and independence. Polish immigrants began arriving in Canada shortly after the first partition of Poland in the late 1700s. Ontario is now home to more than 523,000 people of Polish heritage. In York Region, there are approximately 24,000 people of Polish heritage descent. During Polish Heritage Month, we reflect on the challenges and successes faced by the Polish community. As a board that is committed to celebrating diversity and inclusivity, we recognize and appreciate the contributions of Polish Canadians within our schools, workplaces, and beyond. On behalf of the York Region District School Board, I am honored to recognize May as Polish Heritage Month. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, colleagues. I would like to thank all the colleagues for recognizing this month, Heritage Month. This speaks to the diversity and the multitude of the students that we are serving together. And in the month of May, it is a truly example of displaying that we are ensuring inclusivity on all the students that we are serving and coming into one goodwill. So thank you very much to my colleagues for recognizing the Armenian, Asian, South Asian, Dutch, Jewish heritage, Polish heritage, and all this Heritage Month. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to invite any of my colleagues with any special announcement to please just raise your hand. I'd like to acknowledge and allow and like to hear all the recent happening within your community. Colleagues, please go ahead. Trustee Mahmood, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to take the opportunity to bring up once again a mention of Mackenzie Glen Dance Club, the kids who have demonstrated in one of our leadership launch program. This year on April 23rd, they had once again a houseful show, and they have raised the bars once again. So this year's show was like a timeless. That's the topic of the show was that. Amazing performance by 100 plus kids in there from starting as early as SK to grade 8. So it was a very powerful expression to the moves, and then we had a very nice time in there. They also raised funds to support one of the local charities as well to that. So I would like to take the opportunity to mention a few of the teachers who are really behind it, but there were many more of that. So Ms. Park, Ms. Amanullah, Ms. Gajendran, and then Ms. Raviendran. Those are the prime teachers in there, and of course the administration team and all of that. So I want to just bring it to mention that. They have been bringing that show year after year, raising the bar and then pulling it through. So congratulations to that team. Thank you.
Thank you for recognizing our staff and the event that put together for such celebration. Thank you very much, Trustee Mahmood. Any other? Okay. Trustee Cohen.
Thank you, Chair. I received a very inspiring letter from Vice Principal Carmelina Montana and Principal Linda Taglieri describing a wonderful event at Romeo Dallaire Public School. And this is the letter. On Tuesday, April 28, 2026, Romeo Dallaire Public School celebrated their 10th anniversary. The theme of our event was inspiring future leaders through courage, empathy, and hope. The assembly featured presentations from all classes, including the lovely voices of grade 3 students singing our Romeo Dallaire theme song. All classes presented the right of the child. The alumni shared how their leadership experience from Romeo Dallaire has helped them in high school. The presence and attendance of families, former and current staff and administrators, as well as alumni, made the day very special. We were honored to have the presence of our Director of Education, Bill Kober, the school's first principal, Dr. Clelia Della Rovere, who is our current Superintendent of Caring and Safe Schools, and of the Indigenous and International Languages Department, our Superintendent, Dennis Rossi, and our trustee, Estelle Cohen. Furthermore, we shared the special items of the time capsule from 2015, 2016, especially the special peace pin donated to our school by the Honorable Lieutenant General Romeo Dallaire 10 years ago. This pin, as well as his special message from this year and other wonderful memories, will be part of our current time capsule to be reopened in 10 more years. A heartfelt thank you to everyone who attended. Your presence made the event very memorable. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee, for sharing. Thank you so much, Trustee Cohen, for sharing that. I'd like to recognize Indigenous Trustee Dillon.
Hi. As you can see, I have a red tie on today. May 5th, also known as Red Dress Day. I just wanted to share that it is the National Day of Awareness for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women, Girls, and Two-Spirited People. The day raises awareness about the ongoing crisis of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls who are often victims of systematic violence. Thank you.
Thank you, Indigenous Trustee Dillon, for recognizing the Red Dress Day. Thank you very much for that. Yes, appreciate that. Any other colleagues? Trustee McCarthy, Vice Chair McCarthy, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd just like to take a moment to recognize Dr. John M. Dennison School and the team that they have there, Principals Seiji Ishiguro, Vice Principals Deborah Arstring and Corey MacArthur, and of course our Superintendent Farouk Shabar. The principal and his team have just put on their 3rd annual spring market, which is in support for Relay for Life cancer research. And in this market, it's our 3rd time going, and I just think it's worth recognizing because it takes a lot of work and a lot of student leadership and a lot of team leadership, and it's just all around a wonderful community building activity that I think would serve as a good example for other schools to model after. In this spring market, there was gifts, shopping, raffles, live music, food trucks, local vendors, and just community supporters. The firefighters were there, the ambulance paramedics were there, the police officers were there, and a table, just building community. And I really thought it was beautiful, and I think we're going to be recognizing them upcoming soon, all the hard work that they do. And I just wanted to take a moment to recognize that, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you for recognizing that, and congratulations to that. Any other colleagues like to share any local initiative happening or happens? I'd like to share a couple. So I want to share on behalf of the East area. On last Thursday, we have tried this collaboration among our 4 high school. I want to mention them. Milliken Mills High School hosting, Middlefield Collegiate, Markham District High School, and Pierre Trudeau High School, led by interdisciplinary group with coordinating Superintendent House, and also with our mental health lead, Patricia Mara Stapleton, that I remember, and attended by all of our CEC East Superintendent. I remember there's Dr. Kinam Lu, Lisa Jeremic, Candy Pen, and also I think Elizabeth Lau is here as well. This is called The Anxious Generation, that we talk about a book, okay? We talk about a book that's talk about how screen time affecting children, and talk about how adults as ourselves also suffer those kind of addictions, sometimes not able to focus. And it gives a lot of very specific statistic to allow us. I have had the opportunity to, at the OPSPA symposium, we learned this, but in this here, the author, his name is Jonathan Hatt. He put a lot of statistics that he has been doing for years to allow parents, because we invite all the school parents from school council and all the families to come, but for educators, for trustees, for everyone who come to this, we greatly benefit from this. And I want to just say thank you very much from the mental health department to putting this collaboration to allow multiple high school to come together, the administration work together. We can make good things happen to allow us to be more alert to how to tackle this very evolving challenge that we are facing together. So I was just talking to Patricia Mara Stapleton that this could be a very, very good event that we can definitely consider for the 26-27 for Parent Council Forum, which I benefit a lot as a parent with the statistics shown, and that they give you method. We also have some community partner. They are youth that they are working in this community partner, that they are sharing their own experience, how to overcome this, and giving parents some hopes to that. So with that, I just want to say thank you very much to this initiative. It's like a book review. We watch some video, and then we have some interacting discussion with around 100 family members join in with school council, and a lot of staff support, especially from Milliken Mills, hosting us together with the other 3 school collaborative working together. So this is number 1. I have one more to share, which is upcoming. Thanks, Trustee Jenny Chan remind me. And this is in collaboration, YRDSB in collaboration with Alpha Education and the City of Markham. On this very May the 7th, 2026, this coming Thursday. We have a lot of event happening on May the 7th, but this specific one happening at 4:30. We are going to, over 800 students across our school board have participated and showcased their creation artistic products to reflect their learning. This project focuses on racial literacy that centers on student voice, and it connects students with their community to listen to learn, and to retell story from their heritage, from where they come from, through artistic expressions, while celebrating excellence and contributions to Canada. So this is happening this very May the 7th at the York University Markham campus, as right next to Bill Crawford Secondary School. So I invite members of the public, senior team, trustee colleagues, if you have time, please come in to appreciate and able to see more than 800 art pieces put together for expression for racial literacy. So thank you for our department. Thank you for Dr. Liu, Alpha Education, and many, many YRDSB student and staff member to support this to make it happen. So last but not least, I know tomorrow we have another that is coming to my CIEC email from the Special Education Division. That's another, May is a mental health awareness. So our board really have a lot of resource to support and ensure that all of our students and families are support in this capacity in the mental health in this May, month of May. We have this Children's Mental Health Awareness Week, and we have this initiative tomorrow at 6:30, which is happening online, to talk about how do we define social media, understanding the risk and benefits of social media use, and strategies to help youth manage their social media use. So these are all good for parents and for the youth. So I encourage not just the youth to attend, but I encourage whoever on the line here, share it with school council, share it with your community. So this is what the works that we are doing. Also, on May the 31st, Sunday, there will be another National Accessibility Week. I'm just going by my memories for all the event that is happening. That is happening in Pierre Elliott Trudeau High School. This is the second time. One of our award recipients in our horseshoe, she is a ceremony speaker to share about accessibility. I learned a lot from it. So May 31st at Pierre Trudeau Secondary School, it is a full week of awareness on national accessibility. So that's conclude the special announcement, and it displays the work done by our staff, by our students, and by our families, how we collaborate into all these events coming up. It's always busy at the end of the school year, but we're all doing this for student achievement and well-being. And I'm sure Mr. Director at his report will share with us about the student success, so I'll defer that to Mr. Director. At this time, I would like to move on to Trustee Mahmood. I'm sorry. Before that, we have our student trustee report. Always exciting and have had the opportunity to join one of the events last week. So please go ahead, student trustee Jason and Hayden.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, Director, trustees, staff, students, and members of the public. Myself and Jason Lin are honored to be here tonight for our May Student Trustee Report, our second last of this present term. It is an amazing pleasure to return to this boardroom and continue to building stronger learning environments for the students of the board. As we meet in this boardroom, students in the advanced placement and international baccalaureate programs are undergoing their exams. I want to wish all students luck during this stressful time and thank our educators for guiding our students through this complicated process. I also want to add that many of our students were also in Atlanta this past week for the DECA business competition, competing against top talent from across the world. I'm very proud to share that our own Jason Lin placed 3rd internationally in his category. This is evident of the many opportunities that the board offers and the commitment to our multi-year strategic plan pillar of student achievement. This month, the student trustees, along with the York Region President's Council, held our April General Assembly. Usually at this point of the year, student participation begins to taper off as we enter the warmer months, but we are proud that our participation continues to remain high with over 60 students in attendance. I want to remind you that these are students that are optionally taking rides that sometimes take over 40 minutes long to contribute to important discussions around their education. These students have schoolwork, extracurriculars, but still make an important effort to come to our General Assemblies, and for that we're incredibly grateful. At Stephen Lewis Secondary School, students discussed the different leadership opportunities provided at their school and the YRPC's framework. For students interested in the YRPC, nominations for next year's executive have just opened today. If you're in grade 9 to 11, I highly encourage you to take a chance and put your name forward. I first ran for regional representative back in grade 9, and I've since fell in love with student leadership. This month, I also had the chance to MC our Celebrating Student Success award ceremony at the Royal Venetian. It was wonderful to meet high-achieving students from across the board, from meeting disability advocates to student council presidents and D1 athletes. It was exemplary that our idea of success can come in all sorts of forms. Jason.
All right, thank you, Hayden. Continuing our efforts to elevate student voices, the student trustees alongside the York Region President's Council were proud to host our biannual student outreach meeting, bringing together 4 student representatives from each of the board's 33 secondary schools. This meeting served as a meaningful platform to strengthen student engagement and gather diverse perspectives from across the region. We are honored to be joined by Board Chair Ron Lin, Director of Education Bill Kober, and Superintendent of Education Grant Falthrop, and we sincerely appreciate their presence and engagement with students. We would also like to recognize Principal Ms. Ma for leading a student leadership professional development session, equipping attendees with practical tools to bring back to their school communities. A new addition this year was a student panel featuring YRDSB leaders, Serena Mohammadi, Angelina Sia, and Victoria Cloda. By sharing their experiences and insights, they helped foster a new wave of inspiration and a stronger sense of leadership among their peers. Through structured discussion, some of the topics that were discussed were student voice, constitutional amendments, and school policies. Students highlighted ongoing challenges with communication, noting that current channels with report it and their school student council can feel inaccessible, and that lack of transparency or follow-through can discourage engagement. There was also a significant concern regarding the potential inclusion of attendance in final grades, with students emphasizing that such a policy may unfairly impact those managing mental health challenges, family responsibilities, or extracurricular commitments. More broadly, students spoke to increasing stress levels and the need for a better balance between academic expectations and overall well-being. They also expressed a strong interest in more practical life skills education, particularly in areas such as financial literacy, to better prepare them for life beyond secondary school. Finally, one of the most pressing concerns raised was course accessibility. With limited staffing and growing enrollment, some students are unable to access courses required for graduation or specific post-secondary pathways. Students emphasize that opportunities should be defined by their interests and goals and not by availability. And all in all, these students' perspectives are critical in guiding our work, and we remain committed to ensuring that student voice continues to inform decision-making across the board. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason and Hayden, for sharing all the work for this school year for us here. Extremely humble by your leadership and student voice. Also at the annual President Council meeting, the student outreach meeting with Principal Motts. Very, really centering student leadership. Talking about, I remember from when we talk about cell phone, we talk about student voice, student leadership, sharing best practice across school, and how to continue to elevate a student voice. Thank you for reflecting YLPC voices at the board table through your report and with the staff support. Thank you so much. Congratulations to Jason. You make us proud, very proud. And I just want to, Hayden, I just want to stay professional in the public board meeting, but I also want to recognize and say happy birthday, 18th today. 18th year birthday, okay? Yes, yeah. I'll stop there. This is a perfect meeting, right? And so thank you so much for your leadership. And we will move along to the adult trustee report from Officer from Trustee Mahmood. Please and thank you, Trustee Mahmood. Busy over there.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to briefly report May 2nd, OPSPA's regional meeting for Central East Region were held at the boardroom of OPSPA in downtown Toronto. Myself and then Trustee Sinclair had an opportunity to represent YRDSB there. Trustee Sinclair also is the vice chair of the Central East Region. We did focus on the discussion on Bill 101. An update from the staff was received, and then efforts which OPSPA is currently undertaking and the various fronts to respond back to. That included presenting a number of members to the committee to make sure that the members do understand the impacts of that. At this stage, the way it is going, I think within that next 8 sitting days, it's expected that this Bill 101 will get passed and get the royal assent in that. Regardless of that, we still, as an OPSPA, continue to provide a feedback from all the member boards on the various topics. The next is our AGM for this year is going to be in Ottawa, June 4 to 6, and I encourage my colleagues to see if they can meet and then attend that to make sure that we have a presence in that as well. As we know that the Bill 101, of course, there is a number of concerns. One of them is that passing the employer bargaining agency responsibilities from OPSPA to code as well. But part of the discussion is that all the resources and everything potentially could be moving on from OPSPA to code as well. Again, that's also in the works, but we are not sure where it will land. Other issue with or concern with the Bill 101 is, which was presented to us, the ministerial powers, our capital project acquisition and delivery, which requires Board of Trustees approval for land acquisition only with ministerial sign off. So if minister signs off, then that's the only time you can purchase, a board can purchase a land. A minister can also now assign oversight to or take over in a capital project if they deem that this is behind schedule as well. I just presented some of the highlights from that discussion which came up. And also part of the discussion was the new framework which I think I presented in the last meeting. Now, OPSWA's board of directors size have been reduced to 12 board of trustees to align it with any other non-for-profit organizations, which means that a lot of workload will be downloaded to the regional level. So regional presence is going to become more important. So anybody is elected as a delegate member from the board will be doing an active part at the regional level. That's where your regional chair will be part of the board of directors at the OPSA table to take all your feedback. And on the core funding, we're still waiting. We haven't heard anything up till that date. Last year, just to give a comparison, on May 6th, we had the core funding announcement done, and still waiting that's that. So I think that's pretty much it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Trustee Mahmood. Yes, we are all anticipating for the core funding education. Thank you for that, and for all this uncertainty, but we continue to govern as the local school board. Also, I remember you shared with me that bring your MPP to school. May 18th to May 21st, I encourage all my colleagues to bring your MPP to school so that they could understand and see what is happening in a ground level. So that is one of the OPSPA initiatives. Thank you, Trustee Mahmood, for that. Moving along, I will pass the time to Mr. Director for Director Information Report. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the opportunity to share some information and updates and events that have taken place across our system over the past month and some of the things we're looking forward to. But I would like to begin by thanking Trustee Big Canoe. Trustee Big Canoe, thank you for acknowledging National Day of Action for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls and Two-Spirited and Gender Diverse Peoples. This is a day where it's a National Day of Action and for missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls and Two-Spirited and Gender Diverse Peoples. And this day is meant to raise awareness across our country, to take action to end violence that disproportionately affects Indigenous communities. And all members of the York Region District School Board community are encouraged to read the National Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls final report, which includes calls to action to bring an end to violence against these communities. Trustee Big Canoe, thank you very much for acknowledging, and we acknowledge with you, sir. Thank you. I would also, before I begin, like to thank our student trustees for a very, very engaging session with student leaders from across our system. I know, Mr. Chair, you touched on it, but it was an incredible opportunity to hear student feedback and engagement around the student experience in the York Region District School Board. And we recognize that we are a leader in public education in the York Region District School Board, but we always want to do better and be better and get better. And that is that student leadership that supports that work with staff. And we really appreciate that. So thank you very much for your leadership and acknowledging and leading a very, very informative session with student leaders. Yesterday, with the incredible sun shining, the students of Differentiated Access Athletics and Activities Festival for elementary students took place at Bill Crothers Secondary School. And it was an incredible day for over 1,400 York Region District School Board students to see the field full of students and the joy in the participation of events and activities in a non-competitive but spirited way was absolutely incredible. The affirming atmosphere that promotes physical activity and fair play yesterday was alive and well, and the leadership of our staff across our system, along with parents and volunteers, to pull an event of that magnitude off in such a way was absolutely incredible to see, and I was thrilled to have the opportunity to join. It was a truly amazing day for our students, and it is each and every year. And yesterday, with the sun shining, was just an incredible celebration for everyone of the hard work that goes in and day out for these students. And to see the celebration yesterday was incredible. And we look forward, I believe, coordinating Superintendent Howes, we're looking forward June the 1st to our secondary event. So just a wonderful, wonderful day yesterday, and looking forward to the secondary event. There's a theme in May and June, a lot of culminating activities that take place of the school year, but also a lot of culminating activities and events around student leadership and experiences. Another one is our Experiential Arts Mentorship Program, and it's hosted by the Arts team and Pathways team in Curriculum and Instructional Services in partnership with York University. It aims to foster strong connections and a sense of belonging for students transitioning from elementary to secondary school in York Region, and it was great for Trustee Butterworth to acknowledge that work that's taken place in Sutton District High School here in the boardroom tonight. This program is created to address the need for students to feel seen and heard and valued as they navigate this transition, and through an arts-based mentorship, the EAMP program creates caring spaces where students can explore their identities and build resilience, and encourages them to express themselves creatively, challenge traditional narratives, and share their unique perspectives. And on Tuesday, April 22nd, 500 students from 10 elementary and 6 secondary schools participated in the showcase at Flato Markham Theater, where they demonstrated the learning that took place through the elementary and secondary school partnerships, and it was terrific. We have the Entrepreneurship Education Program, and we're pleased that it's funded by the Ministry of Education and managed again by our Pathways team. And it is encouraging schools to develop innovative initiatives for secondary students that promote entrepreneurship and foster collaboration and community industry partners. It supports students in the development of specific skills related to planning, funding, starting and running a business or social enterprise, learning skills such as negotiation, risk assessment, networking, interpersonal skills, money management, leadership, and of course, sales. During this school year, over 1,800 students participated in the program, and these students were from 27 schools, approximately 9 elementary and 18 secondary, and each school received funding to support students with these initiatives. On April 15th, the showcase took place at the Aurora Town Hall, and they shared their business ideas where the community partners who volunteered as judges, if you can imagine Shark Tank, it's very similar to that kind of feel. And the students also had the chance to pitch in their Dragon's Den format and received additional resources for their business ventures. It's very exciting, and let me share, the future is very bright with young entrepreneurs here in York Region. This week is the Skills Ontario event, and I had the opportunity to start very early at 7 a.m. at the Toronto Congress Centre today, but it was incredible. The York Region District School Board is represented at the Skills Ontario. It's a province-wide event and highlights student excellence across skilled trades and technology-focused contests. If any of you have ever been to the Toronto Congress Centre, you can just imagine the entire facility full of various skilled trades, from framing to electrical to plumbing to hairdressing, flower arrangements, aerospace. You think of it, it was there. It's an incredible, incredible event, and it provides students with an opportunity to demonstrate hands-on, industry-aligned competencies in a high-profile setting with all colleges and a number of employers present scouting, let me share. Students also hear from industry professionals and discover pathways into high-demand careers and a supportive and empowering environment. The Skills Ontario Career Exploration Showcase. This event provides opportunities to involve students with activities and resources that promote technological education, mathematical, digital literacy, problem solving, and critical thinking skills, and is absolutely incredible. And to see the York Region District School Board students competing on that stage was wonderful to see, and a tribute to everyone who's contributing to their growth and success in that. And this is an interesting aerospace event and career exploration that's taking place as a specialist high school skills major, which we've all focused a great deal on. And York Region District School Board students recently participated in Moonshot 4, a series of interactive workshops focused on aerospace career, explorative, and emerging technologies. And the event provided students with hands-on activities and opportunities to connect directly with industry professionals while learning about career pathways in areas such as rocketry, satellites, and rover technologies. And through structured learning experiences, including simulated business development challenge, students explored what it takes to bring an aerospace-related technology from concept to investment, examining topics such as product development, investment, profit and loss, and long-term sustainability. And the experience was delivered through the Specialist High Skills Major program and supporting real-world connection and career pathways. And certainly on the heels of the Artemis II mission is a highlight for students. And as we know, the Artemis II mission has certainly engaged a lot of youth interest in exploration. Emergency services pathways. So we are always working to promote the emergency services pathways, and we continue to support student exploration through partnerships that expose learners to a range of post-secondary and employment pathways in collaboration with the York Regional Police. We're very proud that students in grade 10 to 12 participated and experienced the career. It's a showcase of emergency services agencies from across York Region, and students engaged in live demonstrations, activities, displays, and presentations, and had the opportunity to interact and speak directly with first responders, recruitment teams, and post-secondary program coordinators as they're starting to think towards their post-secondary pathway. Events such as these support students in making informed choices and understanding by deepening their understanding of law enforcement and emergency services and community safety. In keeping in line with our police relationship, as you're aware, there's been an update for police record checks that has been mandated. And as the York Region District School Board, we're very pleased that we've launched a new police record check submission tool in compliance with the ministry mandated requirements and streamline the submission process for our volunteers and staff. As you know, in Regulation 298-25, employees must submit a new police record check every 5 years and is mandatory requirement and condition of ongoing employment. And staff must continue to complete annual offense declarations, as we've always done, and report any criminal code charges or convictions to Human Resource Services within 48 hours or as soon as reasonably possible. And as we've turned the calendar to May, everyone knows that it's EQAO season. And our spring EQAO administration has started to launch, and it's an important assessment period involving grade 3 and 6 assessment of reading, writing, and math, as well as grade 9 assessment of mathematics. This year's administration will continue to use a digital platform, as we've done in the past, provide schools with flexible scheduling and windows throughout May and June to help ensure a smooth, successful rollout. And the board has been working to ensure technical readiness to complete this, including the implementation of updated technical and security protocols outlined on the EQAO portal. Administrators and teachers have been provided with board and Ministry of Education resources and training to help manage administration of the assessment itself and ministry reporting. Central and school-based teams are working collaboratively to monitor participation rates, ensure that all students, including those requiring accommodations, have a successful assessment experience. And as Hayden, I wanted to acknowledge, thank you very much for hosting our Celebrating Student Success event last week. The annual Student Success and Human Rights Office Ambassador Awards took place, and we recognize the diverse achievements of elementary and secondary students across our system. Rather than focusing solely on academic achievement, it celebrates a broad definition of success by showcasing compelling examples of student accomplishments, personal growth within the school community. Nominations are submitted by school staff, highlighting students who demonstrate success through school, classroom leadership, or community involvement, and accomplishments that align with the board's strategic plans. The recognition also honors the contributions of staff and families in supporting student achievement, and was highlighted through an incredible video shared through our communications team of our students. And this year marked our third year celebrating the Human Rights Ambassador Award. York Region District School Board secondary students who have demonstrated exceptional leadership in advancing human rights, equity, inclusion, and anti-discrimination within their schools. These student ambassadors actively challenge discrimination and help create spaces where students feel valued and included. And educational leaders from across York Region District School Boards, secondary schools were invited to nominate students whose actions demonstrate a strong commitment to human rights. And new this year, one award was designated to student who champions accessibility by removing barriers and promoting inclusive learning environments for students with disabilities. And we're very proud of the work that's taking place across our system from our students in regard to that. And as Trustee Cohen shared, one example, we have a number of upcoming schools celebrating milestones, and I'll just highlight a couple, Mr. Chair. Because there's a number of school milestones being celebrated in May and June, and I'll highlight a couple. We know we have the upcoming Dr. G.W. Williams Secondary Schools officially celebrating its new replacement school that opened in September 2025. But the grand opening event is coming up and will include an open house for members of the school community to come in and see our beautiful brand new Dr. G.W. Williams school. Swan Lake Outdoor Education Center is celebrating 10 years of delivering outdoor and environmental education. The 10th anniversary is held in partnership with the Toronto Region and Conservation Authority, and we're incredibly proud of that partnership and will reflect the shared commitment to environmental responsibility and stewardship. And to share, Clear Meadow Public School will be celebrating its 25th anniversary with a special celebration open to alumni, families, current and former staff, and community members, and the event will feature all the great food, games, and music that you can anticipate at one of these celebrations. And I can't believe here we are in the calendar heading towards Victoria Day. Just that our offices and schools will be closed on Monday, May 18th, to celebrate the Victoria Day holiday, and wish all staff, students, trustees, and families a safe and enjoyable long weekend. And that concludes my report for May. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Director. As you highlight in the report, 6 pages of operation update to the Board of Trustees. Always appreciate this and a lot of the initiative and school happening. I'm glad that my colleagues are also involved in a lot of those pieces. And thank you to the staff, educators within the board, and just thank you for our colleagues in supporting all this via the district action plan, and make sure that all this operating piece is coming very strongly, supporting our student achievement and well-being. So thank you, Mr. Director. We will move on to some of our routine item on page 15 to 19 of the public board, April 7th, the meetings minutes, page 15 to 19. I just want to let my colleague to just familiar yourself with this board meeting minutes. Are there any correction to the minutes, colleagues? Just going through. Not seeing any. As there are no corrections, the minutes are approved as presented. Next, we have some routine presentation from the board committees. We have 4 since the last month. The policy by law, page 21 to 44. Lucy, learning equity, well-being, standing committee, 45 to 46. the GBOP 47 to 60, and the finance and property 61 to 62. I just want to appreciate, I think Trustee Butterworth assists in hosting the learning equity on April 22nd. Thank you for that. And so just a quick one on the learning equity. We received two important reports. The math achievement plan for our students, and we also discussed about additional services for our IB from our feeder school, so families have more choices if they are thinking of the kid attending IB school. So we are looking at two potential extension among our 33 high school. On the finance and property on April 28th, we receive a continued update on our construction projects and our second quarterly financial report for ended February 28th, 2026. Upcoming, we will have our FNP to continue to discuss and work through our budget together with our colleague and staff. So those are the routine minutes that is on page 21 to 62 of our agenda package. Without objection, the recommendation shall be adopted and one consent motion. Are there any objections, colleagues? Without objection, the recommendations are adopted. Thank you very much. Moving along to our advisory committees, we have two advisory committee from page 63 to 69 on SEAC, Special Education Advisory on page 71 to 77 on Equity Inclusivity Advisory Committee. I just want to always accustomed to let my colleagues to speak on any of the advisory committee. If there's any update for the board and the public, feel free to just share. Just open the microphone if there's any thing that you'd like to highlight. Yeah, Trustee Butterworth, please.
I just wanted to comment on the SEAC, and it's interesting, I don't have a note here, and that was the one, it was in person. That's why I don't have the notes, because we were meeting in person. So we really want to brag about that one, because that was our first in-person meeting as a SEAC group that in my 4 years of SEAC. And so we got to meet, see the people that we've been seeing on screen the whole time. But not only that, we also had the Grizzly Cafe, which is from Glad Park, a school in Stouffville. Their community class had a cafe for us. So we got to go in and order a lovely beverage and a sweet treat, and then we got a gift. And these children were just absolutely delighted to serve us and, make our coffee, our tea, whatever we had. And I believe there were butter tarts and, and the cheesecake. The cheesecake was outstanding. Anyway, we really wanted to acknowledge the staff that go above and beyond to give our students these opportunities. And these kids, it just made the meeting. The meeting just was fantastic, and it was great to see. So something to really show our appreciation for. So thank you.
Thank you for this and the update. And it's always SEAC that always have all the thank you, and I'm happy for that, and happy to hear. So I think it's importantly on both advisory committee, they provide, importantly, both provide their budget input to the Board of Trustees. So I want to ask a trustee to ensure that, I'm sure that we have read it through. So they annually, they provide a budget input update for the upcoming budget. So thank you for that. And I think on the EAC, we also receive information presentation on supporting student success through experiential learning opportunity, which the director highlights earlier. So those are the highlights from two advisory committee minutes for information. Thank you very much. We do not have new business to discuss, as it is all flow through advisory committee and flow through our standing committees. Thank you very much for the strong governance. And the meeting dates for May and June. Yes, student trustee mentioned that this is their second last meeting. You will be missed. And as trustee, we continue on May and June. There will continue to be a lot of student celebration happening across this system. There will be a lot of graduation that you will have very fun to put into your schedule for all the school that you have to look after. So trustee and superintendents as well. So, and this is happy thing to seeing student achievement. This concludes tonight's agenda, and thank you for all trustees, staff, member of the public, and our union partners here tonight with us. And no further business. This meeting is adjourned, and have a great evening. Thank you.